Hey everyone, Gemma here. Today we're building a brutal shooting range for the Hypsilophodon. Now, I know what you're already thinking. Gemma, why on earth is this in the wetlands pack? Well, don't worry. And yes, you can shoot one with a gun, but it's not what you think. Let me explain. So I was very lucky and fortunate enough to get the wetlands pack early from Frontier, so a massive shout out to Frontier for providing me that pack. But what I done was I got extremely overwhelmed with all of the other Frontier news and sat on this pack for a whole entire week, and I just didn't do anything with it. So literally the day before the pack goes live, which, you know, was last night if we're talking real time right now, I was like, damn, I've not made anything. So I was like, okay, what is the smallest dinosaur? Hypsilophodon, perfect. And what can I do with it that fits in Big Al's, which is just quirky, weird, and something that we could create? So, shooting range, why not? So right now I am building what is the front of the shooting range. There's a little door there to get inside for the staff to make sure that everything's running as it should be. A little bit of issue there with the actual situation of the door where it's going to sit. And what I wanted to do is I've got this water here and I thought this is perfect. This is really cool because what I can do is I can make this kind of like swampland environment, and then the Hypsilophodon can be walking from the backstage area to the front of it. Put a little barrier here just to make it all implied. Thought this boat is perfect, again part of the new pack, so I'm really showing that off to you guys. And I thought this is great. So now I'm putting them in, as you can see, a little bit obstructed, but they do finally go in there. But that blue bit shows where they can walk. And as you can see, they are obstructed. They can't go, which is also a new feature. So I've moved the water down. You can see that they can now walk there. I was like, perfect. So I watched them for absolute ages, moved the water about. Every time I move it, they're always obstructed. So I thought, right, well, that's not going to work. So I moved that to the opposite side. And now I'm just like trying to kind of scoot them down into the front of the shooting part, just to see, would it work again? No, it's all obstructed. So we really had to scrap that idea. So I then decided we'll start working on the front of the guest facing part. So this is a box, this is a fuse box, which I thought is absolutely fantastic, but I wanted to cover this up. And then I was trying to make shotgun shells. So this is a pole that I'm just recoloring, so the top bit's red and the bottom bit's gold, to give you the idea of these are shells that are kind of like encased in this box, so you can pick them up and do what you want with them. So I just removed a couple to kind of give that impression of people have already used it, but the poles are sticking out at the back there, so I've put these like really big containers just to hide that, and I thought that would be perfect because if it was a shooting range, they're going to have to store all the ammo in these boxes. So yeah, we're just duplicating that along there. And then you would have seen me steal my Oviraptor computer from the Oviraptor table where you can purchase their eggs. If you guys haven't seen that episode, I'm going to leave it at the end of this one and you can go watch that one. But just don't go right now because this is interesting stuff. You don't want to miss this. Because we're putting wood down. That's really interesting. No, I'm just messing. Yeah, so I just wanted it to look like really rustic, and I just wanted to use some of the new pieces that we have in this pack. So I have done this shooting range before in Planet Coaster 2. It's part of my Wild West park, and I'm kind of taking inspiration from that, but I really want it to be more of a swamp environment. So the front of it is very much the same as what I made in that shooting range, just because it looks so good. So yeah, we're just recoloring the wood here, just putting in some kind of ivy here just to bring out the colour a bit because it's very dark, it's very rustic. I thought it would just be nice to bring a little bit more colour to it. So yeah, we are now just building the little fence there so the Hypsilophodon don't escape. They wouldn't anyway, but I thought that's just like a nice little touch. And yeah, I'm a little bit bummed out that I couldn't have my water effect, but yeah, it's just one of those things. Right now I am building a little area that is like the people who are shooting can stand in this box. Other people have to stand outside of it. Again, ironically, safety is a thing within this park. But what I wanted to talk about is what actual shooting are they doing? Is this actually shotgun shells to be used in broad daylight that you can actually go and hit some targets, whether that be the animals, or they might have a rotation. They might have a rotation of, Monday to Tuesday, Wednesday, they have one animal that you can shoot, and then the rest of the week you have a different animal you can shoot. I don't know. I'm going to leave that to interpretation of what Big Al actually does, but I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest. I think he probably does have a rotation of small critters, small dinosaurs that you can go away and shoot. But because this is part of the Wetlands Pack, and I really wanted to showcase all the new features and all the just absolute weird stuff that you could do with this pack, that's the flavour of this week. So as it is Tuesday today of time of recording, it is the Hypsilophodon who is unfortunately in this enclosure. And can you shoot them? Yes, you can shoot them. But the thing is, I feel like during the day, they would have like maybe paintball, like an offering of paintball that the targets pop up, and you will see me putting targets at the end. I didn't actually record that part, but I like this idea of it looks like this really fairground shooting range, that there's a couple of targets there that you can go away and shoot them, and that's it. That is the story. But nighttime, as we all know, Big Al has some really dodgy dealings. There's going to be a curtain at the back of here where the Hypsilophodon can come in and out, but during the day that they get kept in the back of the habitat. So when you walk past this, you're going to think, oh, this is a cute little like shooting range thing that you can do with your kids, and there's paintballing, and it's going to look really fun, and like, oh, I wonder who can get the high score kind of thing. And then at nighttime, it turns into this like absolute atrocious, brutal shooting range where there's shotgun shells everywhere. And then they are going to have to like try and clean it up for like daytime. But the version that you guys are seeing the brutal side of it. So this is what happens after the lights go down kind of thing. But I did have to obviously make it look like kind of a swampland area. So yeah, just using like all of the different props that we are getting with the Wetlands Pack. I also just want to apologise in the background if you can hear a lot of like noise. It's because my dog is currently just being an absolute rascal. He is a puppy, he's 6 months old, so he does have his moments where he just gets kind of bored and he's like, who are you talking to? Please give me attention. So yeah, currently right now he's like, I don't know if he's like licking metal or something, but he's sure doing something. Okay, so back to the build. So plastic got scrapped and we are putting the wood in. I just think it fits the build a little bit better. And then we're just going to be putting in lots of the wetlands prop pieces. So we've got some lanterns there, we've got rope, and we've got, just so much stuff. One of the things I don't particularly like about this is that during the daytime the lights don't go on, and it's feedback that I've gave to Frontier, and I'm hoping that they're going to fix it in the future, but we will see, because it's really dark if you have the ceiling over this, which you again will see a little bit later on. And the only way for me to get around that is to make sure that there's no ceiling on this. So we end up putting in some like caged material. So this is the backstage part that I was talking to you guys about. So the Hypsilophodon can go in and out if they so wish. Again, I think during the day it would be all closed off for the public, or you just can't shoot them during the day. It's only a nighttime thing. I'll leave that up to interpretation of what you think is a good thing to do or not. So yeah, we're just extending the jetty here. And you would have seen that I did have a barbecue down before, and I thought, well, is that a little bit strange? Because at the front here, we've got like a little fire that, you know, they're burning stuff. And then I thought, I really like having the barbecue in. So we're going to go and throw that back in a second. Also putting in some of the chimney here just to keep this little shack nice and cozy. These are fantastic. These grubby little decals are so good. They've got like plastic bits in it and like cigarette butts, and it's just so awesome. So we're going to go and use them quite a lot throughout the park. And yeah, this is where they can come in and out. And I think I'll go away and put the tarpaulin over that soon. Now, this is just paint splats. That's not what you think it is. That's just the paintball markings on the ground there. Don't think that's anything other than paintball splats. I might actually go back in and maybe get some like blues and greens and yellows and maybe put it on the walls and stuff to make it really look like it's paintball. This you cannot scale. Oh my gosh, this caused me so much annoyance. The reeds you cannot scale. I think it's so bizarre that you can't do that. I might actually send an email off and just be like, guys, why can't I scale this? I don't know if it's just like something that's been overlooked, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you could scale the reeds before. Yeah, so just adding in all the clutter here, all of the new wetland pieces, little fishing rod there as well. I thought we'd put the little oars up here out to dry, and yeah, just all the little bits and bobs that make this whole thing come together. Got some rubbish bags there. We can't have a build without some rubbish bags, and then a little generator, and then there you go. There's the back of it. So they would put the tarpaulin down during the day or whatever. Lots of foliage here. This is the issue that I'm having. It's too dark at nighttime. As you can see here, what is going on. And this is nighttime. This is night. So this is what it looks like at nighttime. Could you shoot anything in there at nighttime? No, you could not. So I don't know. We either go back in and put more lanterns absolutely everywhere, so that when it comes to the shotgun shooting section, we'll have to put in more lights. But because we are building during the day, I thought maybe if I take this section off, kind of lets a little bit more light in. But no, it really just doesn't work for me. So we're taking the roof off, and as I said before, when we install this from the oviraptor enclosure, and then we're just putting this across, just because I wanted to have some kind of roof. Also, you know, you could have flying things that you could also shoot as well if you so desire. So that's looking a little bit better. It's okay. I do kind of like the way it is all coming together. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will leave you with some cinematics, and yeah, leave a like on this video. It always helps out the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more. And as I said, here's the link to the oviraptor habitat. Click on that and I'll see you over there, or I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care.